show. We speak our minds and open doors. This is
Bongari Drummo.
It's the headlines.
Hlaudi Mutsuneng, I got more than 1 million from Bosasa for my legal fees. Leave her alone, passengers defend women removed from Kulula flight. And Egyptian TV host jailed and fined for interviewing gay man, reports. Good afternoon, these are your news. TV host Mohammed Al-Gieti was fined 3,000 Egyptian pounds and jailed for 12 months after interviewing a gay man who spoke about his life as a sex worker. According to BBC, Semi Sabir, a lawyer who is well known for taking Egyptian celebrities to court, filed a lawsuit against Al-Gieti for an interview he conducted in August 2018. Egypt's Supreme Council for Media Regulation removed the channel off air for 2 weeks. CNN reported that Al-Gieti received a 12-month sentence for promoting homosexuality and will also be under surveillance for a year after completing his prison sentence. Al-Gieti interviewed the homosexual man in a show called Wake Up, where the man's face was blurred to protect his identification as he spoke about being a sex worker and his relationship with other men. New footage has emerged which shines more light into the events that led up to the removal of a passenger from a Kulula flight. Earlier this week, video footage emerged of a scuffle between a passenger and a police officer aboard a flight. In a statement, Kulula said police have been summoned after the customer, her concerned, became physically and verbally abusive towards the cabin controller and captain. But eyewitnesses on the flight disputed the airline's claims. Fellow passenger Sanelo Gumede said the flight bound for Johannesburg was scheduled to depart at 21:55 on Friday, but the aircraft only left after 3 on Saturday. Kulula attributed the delay for a weather disruption. Now there's a new footage. In it, a passenger can be heard coming to a woman's defense. Just leave her alone, one passenger can be heard shouting. She's a customer, she had all the rights to complain. Temperatures are 32 degrees in Johannesburg, 33 degrees in Lagos, and 1 degree, in Washington, D.C. It's 14:02, it's time of the dramatic talk.
When you're broke, the friendship stops where the benefits end. But it's all good, it's got immortal link. I'm on my own, all alone as the world turns cold. Yo, I'm breathing easy, looking for a reason. There's a price on my head and many men wanna see me dead. I'm slipping and falling and question, is God ever there? But if I die, will any home shed a tear? Many questions that I ask and it's never clear. I got my 2020 vision for this rap career. I wanna be happy, but it's hard when you live in fear. Your friends are enemies, the cause my destiny. This trap's is set for me, only bring the best of me. So I have to die in each heartbeat. Alibi, feelings all inside. My mom's watching from the sky. True story, no lie. I heard I'm on the surface. Whoa, yeah, guess I just did it on purpose. I gotta be the best, ease off the stress. Keep chasing life and be first in line. 24/7, 365 every hour. Pushing the hustle so we can get what is ours. Never step back in the midst of rain showers. Controlling my streets, cause I got presidential power. Just 24/7, 365 every hour. Pushing the hustle so we can get what is ours. Never step back in the midst of rain showers. Controlling my streets, I got presidential power. Shucks, yo, this just in. It's a hustle every day in this industry. I'm presidential in my ways, I hope my grind will pay. Been thinking of better days in this concrete maze. And yes, my fam stressing politicking, they say get a job. They say this hip-hop of yours, son, it paying off. It's more than wishing when you spitting my push off. But yeah, I hustle every day for this hip-hop. Cause in the midst of rain showers, I've been grinding for hours. In this rat race, hoping not to be devoured. We about to blow like the 9/11 towers. Claiming what is ours with presidential powers. I heard the grind, don't sleep, on my way to the top. Yes, I gotta succeed. So, yes, you can smell the hunger on the streets all day, every night. Hood rats chase cheese going.
This thing got me gone. This thing got me blown. I'm doing my thing. Drop these rhymes and get this money, money. Hey, this thing got me blown. And this thing got me gone. I'm doing my thing. Drop these rhymes and get this money, money.
We go. Clickety click, yeah, you got that. Shooting at your mediocre schemes, son, what God raps. My dreams are bullets, I'm firing. Red dot and yeah, man, I'm targeting. Clickety clack, man, you got that. Shooting at your mediocre schemes, son, what God raps. My dreams are bullets, I'm firing. Red dot at my top. Yo, I'm made in God's image and I'm Lord of my destiny. On my knees every night praying to live eternally. But certainly my flesh will perish inside a cemetery. Eventually my spirit will live forever like ministries. I lost friends, family, a couple of friends. It's complex. Maybe I should stick to the facts. I don't stress, I'm definitely never relaxed. My conquest journey's way beyond success. Father, forgive me.
His name is Reggie the Car God, and this one is titled God Rap right here on www.brandlive.co.za. It just went 14:06 Central African time right in the Dramatic Talk. The name is Bongani Drama, and hey, look at you. You made it through to another day. It's a Wednesday, and it's the 23rd of January 2019. A big thank you to each and every one of you that is streaming in, and each and every one of you that's celebrating their birthday today. Happy birthday to you. And now coming up on the show right in the Convo Corner, we have how not to let unemployment stress you. A lot of people, it's January, unemployed, but how do we let that not stress you so much? And on Dramatainment, we look at Charlize Theron and Brad Pitt. Are they an item? That is a question that you're going to be finding out a little bit later if they are an item. And Griselda Dudumashe has come out about being abused by her husband Azzo, which is another story that's unfolding, and I'm going to let you know about a little bit later. 2:30 is coming through, and we'll be having your sports headlines, and I'm going to be having a chill and chat with a group called the Multi-Talented. So I just want to find out a little bit about them and what they do. They've got amazing music also coming through right here on the show. That 5 questions quiz for the Multi-Talented is also coming through. It's going to be quite an amazing show. Lots of music coming through and lots of news and sports also coming through right here on the show. Hoping you're having quite an amazing one, folks. It's 7 after 2 Central African time. Welcome aboard the Dramatic Talk.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is Bongani Drama.
Asculumedi in the Convo Corner.
Check this out.
It's time for the Convo Corner.
It is absolutely time for the Convo Corner, and today on the Convo Corner we're talking how not to let unemployment stress you. It's January, and a lot of people are either retrenched or obviously just lost their job, quit their job because they don't love it anymore. And a lot of people that are going through a phase where 9 to 5 is not what they are really gunning for and what they love anymore, some of them, and they feel that they need to check out. And I always give people advice to mention that if you are going to leave your 9 to 5, make it a point that you have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G also. To make it a point that you are able to pay all your bills. If you have children, your children need to be fed, they need to go to school. If you have a family to take care of as well, they also need to be taken care of. So always have a plan if you are about to leave, your job or whatever the case may be. And look, unemployment can bring a lot of stress, a lot of distress, a lot of depression, and a lot of other things that come with it as well. So the unemployment rate in South Africa for 2018-19 since the last complete rate in 2017 is 26.7%. In Nigeria alone, the unemployment rate has not changed since 2018 and remains at 23.1%. In Washington, D.C., which is quite, I think fabulous, is that the unemployment rate lies unchanged at 5.6% since June of 2018. So Americans are doing very well in terms of, the unemployment rate. However, maybe it can get to 0.0. In South Africa, it needs to go down also. 26.7 is quite a huge number, and it hasn't changed, obviously, since 2018, falling to 2019. And obviously, in Lagos, it's 23.1%. So here's some of the things that you need to deal with when you are going through some stress, right? When you're unemployed. And I think the first and foremost, most importantly, is open up to your family. This is especially when you have an understanding family, a family where everyone speaks to each other, where everyone understands each other, and when they can understand as well, where you're coming from in terms of your unemployment and how you can as well help, try and help them out as much as possibly as you can, and how they can help you out as well. So speaking to your family, I know we come from different families. I'm able as Bongani Drama to go to my family and say, hey, look, it's a little bit dire, can you please help me out? Or this was happening. I'm attending auditions, or I'm applying for a job, and this was happening. And for your family to know that you're not going through stress, and you're not distressed by all means. Well, it is to help you ease the stress or cope with the grief of a job loss. Now is the right time to lean on the people who care about you, even if you take pride in being strong and self-sufficient, right? There's a lot of people out there that are very strong, emotionally, and that are always helping people out, but no one is helping them out, or they probably just want to seem strong by all means wherever they are also. But this is the time to lean on to people that you trust, is either family member as mentioned, or a best friend of yours, or even your pastor, or even your partner at home, to really speak to them and let them know what you're going through. This, you can't be going through this stress alone. This is also ends up to being depressed and to suicide as well. Now keep them on the loop about job search, and tell them how they can support you. So let them know that you are putting in your CVs wherever you can, and also how they can help you out with probably transport money if you don't have a car, to transport you to and fro to your interviews and from the interviews as well. However, I know a lot of people that would lie and say they are going to job seek, whereas they're taking their money to go have a drink or two, to go have some liquors. So you need to be honest. Be honest by all means. If you are going to be, job seeking, go out there and literally find a job. Use the money really for, printing out, your CV or whatever the case may be. But be particular with how you use your money also, right? And now there are ways and steps on how to handle your unemployment, as being unemployed can sometimes lead to the risk of binge drinking, depression, anxiety, and suicide, as I mentioned. Moreover, there's a decreased quality of mental health, life satisfaction, and objective physical well-being as well for yourself. So a lot of people, can you ask yourself, why are they getting this money, to binge drink? Where's the money coming from? Like I mentioned, is the money that comes from the money that are given home to go find the job. They take the money to go drink because they feel the stress is too much. They can't take it anymore. They end up drinking, binge drinking, leading to depression, to anxiety, thinking you're not going to be finding a job ever again in your life. Now, when one is unemployed, the one worry on top of the list is the financial situation, which I think is a problem for everyone. This is the time where everyone is borrowing money from whoever, and some people are unable to borrow, and you get distressed because people are unable to borrow your money. So it becomes such a problem, because then you become a burden to people, to a point where you can't even ask for money. But if you have people that you trust, the people around you, the people that you're gonna go to and say, hey, listen, I would love to at least try out, and please help me out. I'm going through a tough time at the moment. I'm unemployed, and I'll give you money once I'm unemployed. But you also need to give the money back. I mean, last year on the show we spoke about people who are not bringing money back when it's borrowed. And it's quite important that you take the money back that you borrow from people. And it's funny how when you borrow money, you are so distressed. But if you have to take the money back, it's such a problem that the people that you borrowed money from are the ones that need to be following you around. So please just be nice and compassionate to yourself and to the people borrowing money as well. A difficult time, yes, but not an impossible one, right? So this is a difficult time if you're unemployed, but it's not an impossible time. It doesn't mean that now you are not a good person in society, or you're unable to take care of yourself or anyone else around you. It really just means you're unemployed, there's no work at the moment. And also remember that sometimes the country's going through a recession, and it's going to take about 8 to 10 years for it to come up. So while you get a job, and it's still January, while people are not really at the moment trying to find new employees, or trying to employ anyone at the moment. However, February, March, April, May are coming through, so stick around, you'll be fine. Now, here's some of the steps to help you handle the unemployment anxiety. Validate that it is difficult. By all means, know the fact that right at the moment it's difficult, right? Be in the moment to mention the fact that to yourself, to say, look, it's difficult. I don't have money for petrol. I don't have money to go to the interview. I don't have money to do a few things. I can't take care of myself at the moment. Validate that it is quite difficult, but you get through it. The second one coming through is accept the reality as it is. Know that is your reality at the moment. Don't try and look at, social media becomes such a big part in when it comes to the anxiety and the stress, of unemployment. Because when you look at other people who are making it on social media, who are going to work, who are letting other people know that they're living amazing lives. However, you don't need to put yourself in that pitfall. You don't have to put yourself in that dark corner. You need to come out of it and accept your reality as it is, to make the point that you know that you're unemployed and you are not that person that is on social media. You are yourself, and you can get to a point of your departure by all means. The next point coming through is normalize the problem. Realize that a recession, like I mentioned, hit and may take 8 for the economy to pick up again. However, you will find a job sooner than expected, as mentioned. Have a daily plan of action, job search, emails, seeking a network of contacts. Because it's one thing being unemployed, and it's one thing as well, being just sitting around at home, not doing anything. I always advise people to wake up in the morning, go for a jog, go for a run. It's at 5 a.m. You need to be up already before the sun comes out. Go out there and try and keep yourself healthy by all means. Read a book, clean the house if you have to, but make it a point that you are doing something with your life and not just sitting around and waiting for someone to do something for you. Schedule some fun for yourself. It's the last point. I mean, it doesn't mean if you're unemployed you are unable to have fun. So go out there, have fun. Yes, you are financially unstable. However, go out there, have fun. There's a lot of other ways to have fun when you don't have financial support. But being unemployed doesn't mean that you cannot. By all means, go out there, have fun, grab a drink with friends or whatever the case may be, especially if you have friends that are able to mention to you the fact that, we'll take care of you, come with, let's go. And they don't feel that you're becoming a burden so much to them, but they feel that they need you around by all means. And if you're not around, they don't feel that they are amazing when you're not around. They need you by all means as much as possibly as they can. Alrighty, that's what I have for you right in the Convo Corner, folks, right here on www.brandlive.co.za. Some of the steps you can follow if you're unemployed. Don't really fall into depression mode for yourself. Just try and come out of it, because this is just a temporary situation. You're gonna come out of it and you're gonna be amazing. Follow your passion. Do something that you love as well, and try and see how you can monetize yourself. If you are in the entertainment business, if you are a lawyer, if you're a doctor, keep sending those CVs, keep sending those emails, and keep following. Back on people as well. On, hey, I sent you an email in November. How is it happening? Can we do it? Can we make it happen? I'm unemployed at the moment. I'll try to get something happen for myself. So those are some of the things that you need to look out for. I want to find from you. Let me know what you think. Hashtag the Convo Corner at Bongani_. My Brand Live Radio on Twitter, brandlive.co.za, on Facebook as well. Leave me a WhatsApp voice note on 062-172-9002. You can keep it anonymous as much as possibly as you can. Are you unemployed, or someone who's not? How are you helping them? How are they helping themselves as well? 17 after 2 Central African Time. Here's Cedric Munu Wamina on the Dramatic Talk. Stick around.
Chakangole, Shoma Kamalamule, Tonga boy, Enkaro Mina Swiss, Munubwami. Shami, my photos are Talana Lukuzel. Logo Nikuvo, Ziti Comanso, Logo Nikuvo, and Ziti Comashu, Logo Nikuvo, and Zuela, Logo Nikuvo, nothing. Yo Chico, yo Trailer, Buya, Munubwami. Bambo, yo Chico, yo Trailer, Buya, Munubwami. Munubwami.
Questions are questioning my body. You want my body? Do you see my body? I see your questions are questioning my body. Do you want my body? Can't touch my body. It's banging, banging. It's mad, mad, my body. It's good, good. It's bad, bad, my body. It's better. It's best,
ucela ubuya munhu wami famba ubuya ujika ubuya ucela ubuya munhu wami munhu wami Cedric Change munhu wami
Cedric Munuwamina right on the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za, doing quite amazing for himself, Cedric, and there's lots more of other tracks that he has as well, and you can follow him at Cedric on all your social media platforms. It's 14:22 Central African Time. Straight to your favorite feature, Dramatainment.
Extra, read all about it.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
It's the Dramatainment.
It is absolutely time for Dramatainment, and the first story I have for you is Charlize Theron and Brad Pitt. An item. This a rumor mill has been making rounds about two thespians for the entire week, with news cartels trying to find out the truth behind the rumor. Now, last year I reported that Brad Pitt and Angelina were calling it quits after years of marriage because of Brad's bad habits. This in actual fact happened, I think, 2 years ago in 2017, where obviously Angelina was finding it a little bit hectic that Brad has bad habits that he does in front of the kids. Now, the dating rumor was started off when folks realized that the pair has been spending time together for the past 6 months. Now, according to one media cartel, the pair met on the set shooting a campaign for watch brand Breitling alongside Adam Driver. Anything that might have happened after it, on set remains a myth. Now, meanwhile, some outlets mentioned that Brad and Theron started dating last Christmas and were apparently introduced by her former fiance, Sean Penn. Now, it was mentioned how cozy they looked on a date in Los Angeles. Now, to burst your bubble, my listener, Brad Pitt and Charlize Theron are not seeing each other eye to eye. In actual fact, they're not dating. So, I'm so sorry to burst your bubble. I know you've been asking yourself the entire week what has been happening, but they're not. It's all a rumor. They just met on set and they were shooting a campaign. I know you'd want Brad Pitt and Charlize Theron to date. I mean, Charlize Theron is still South African. She's hot, and which man wouldn't want her? Which man doesn't want to be with a South African woman, right? Can you imagine in Hollywood? Shucks. The next story I have for you on Dramatainment is Griselda Dudumashe has come out at being abused by her husband, right? Now, Dudu Marsh has always spoken out about women abuse, and the medium she is allows her to be, that voice. Now, Dudu Marsh has released a statement on her Facebook page mentioning the abuse from her husband. Years back, when she broke off from her ex-husband, the new man was there for emotional support until, in 2017, when she started seeing signs that she ignored. And I think that's the problem about a lot of celebrities. They come out and they say they saw signs and they ignore the signs. I think it's not easy as well to see if your man is about to hit you or is about to abuse you in any form. Now, on January 21st, is two days ago, she had rushed to work at 12 noon, obviously to her radio show, and coming back home at 4 p.m. to find a beast of a husband who raised a hand on her. This is when they had a fight in the morning, obviously, but it was a verbal fight. And when she came back home, and then she found the beast to be at home and gave her a slap. She has soon opened a case of abuse and asked for privacy and prayer during this time. And we are obviously hoping for that everything comes to light. And this is Christina Dumashe. She's been through a lot. We know that she's openly speaking about her HIV status and how she's a voice for a lot of people, a voice for young women also, and older women in her life as well. So we wait and see how that story unfolds. Lerato Kanyako calls being blamed for Bonang's radio exit her darkest moment. Now, Lerato Kanyako has reflected on the emotional trauma she went through after being blamed for co-host Bonang Matiba's dramatic Metro FM exit in 2017. Lerato labeled the time as the darkest moment in her radio career. In an interview with Metro FM's Afternoon Drive with Mo Flavor and Masichaba Ndlovu, Lerato spoke openly about how she felt as the drama unfolded around her. She mentioned, "I think my darkest moment, and I'm not trying to blame anyone, but it was the day when I actually did the show Bonang on that day, and I got blamed for her leaving the show. In what will go down in history as one of the most dramatic radio lineup changes, Bonang, who hosted the front row for 3 years, suddenly quit her job in 2017 after she was apparently told about changes on the show an hour before she was to go on air. Now, Lerato, who was brought in, Bonang to co-host the show, was left on the receiving end of the confusion from listeners who then blamed her for B's exit. She mentioned that, "Cause I said, but I'm all, doing good. God is doing what you have given me to, on the table, what you've tasked me to do." But it was very tense, and I thought, what another feeding phase will be okay by tomorrow. But it was just awkward, man. I just came, listen, I'm just here to do my job, she mentioned. So, yeah, shame. She went through a lot. I mean, she's been going through a lot. Since starting off in the industry, she's been quite told that she looks like, Bonang. She does stuff like her, and. But we wish her all the best in everything that she does as well. Stop blaming other kids, stop labeling them, and stop making them feel, that they're unworthy of who they should be in the industry as well. Alrighty, folks, that's what I have for you right here on Drama Team, and catch Drama Team in again next week right here on the show around this time, right here on the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za. It is 2:27. Stick around.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is Bongari Drama.
I remember you. I remember we. I remember laying my head on your chest and listening to your heart beat. The way you called me queen. The way you called me queen. I remember before they came. I remember before we tamed. I remember the weight of your body as you held me close. The way you whispered my name. The way you whispered my name. Queen.
lyricist coming through right here on the Dramatic Talk, and this one is titled Thinking About You. Quite an amazing one. If you have a partner that you probably are, fond of, or a crush, they are thinking about you by all means. It's 14:29 Central African Time right here on www.brandlive.co.za. On the other side of this, I'm going to be having a chill and chat with the multi-talented, and they're going to let me know if they are multi-talented or not, and they've got something amazing as well to give you right here on the show. It's 14:30, time for sports.
Time to talk about sports.
Don't touch that dial.
It's time for the sports news and the sporting stars of tomorrow right here on
Brand Live.
Pakistani Great Slam Safar's racist chip. Djokovic into Open semi-final after injured Nishikori retires, and Bolt calls time on short-lived football career. Good afternoon. The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, has decided to hang up his boots following what was a short career in professional football. Have you seen the news? Now, after undergoing various training sessions with the likes of Storm Gosset in Norway, Borussia Dortmund, and South Africa's very own Mamelodi Sundowns, Bolt decided to give pro football a crack with Australian side Central Coast Mariners. The 8-time Olympic champion was offered a short training deal with the A-League outfit last year with the hopes of securing a professional contract. Bolt even scored a brace on his first proper match for Mariners, a friendly into October 2018, and took to his Instagram account afterwards to express their delight. World number one Novak Djokovic reached the Australian Open semi-finals in a hurry Wednesday as Alan Kay Nishikori retired when losing 6-1 and 4-1 after just 51 minutes. Nishikori had endured a 3-5 set epics during the 13-hour 47 minutes on court before the quarter-final clash and suffered a thigh strain in the first set as the marathon matches took their toll. 8 said Nishikori began to suffer early in the first set and was a shadow of his unusual fight self as he lost in the 31st minute. Former Pakistan fast bowler Shoaib Akhtar said current captain Shafraz Ahmed should issue an apology for his alleged racist chip aimed at Andile Phehlukwayo on Tuesday. The incident occurred in the 37th over of South Africa's run chase during the second ODI at Kingsmead in Durban when Phehlukwayo got an inside edge off at Shabin Shein Afridi, a delivery that narrowly missed the stumps as Phehlukwayo, who was on 50 at the time, ran to the nine striker's end. Now Shafraz was heard on the star microphone saying in Udru Abeikale Teri Ami Aj Gahan Baitihan Kia Baruake Aye Hayaj. When translated into English, it means, hey black guy, where's your mother sitting today? What prayer have you got to say for you today? Shucks, that's quite scary. It's 14:32 Central African Time. Your temperatures in Johannesburg 32 degrees Celsius, Lagos 33 degrees Celsius, and in Washington DC it's 1 degree Celsius. Stick around.
Catch all your daily CSI news and updates on The Social Show.
What is the impact of this industry on our own economic, social, environmental, and cultural fabric? And I think it's important that we start looking and diving deeper into the solutions and the opportunities that may help shape the future.
Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Get your financials in order with Yvonne E. Fentilo.
Brand Live listeners, yes, it's Monday and you're listening to the Financial Independence Coach.
Mondays 10:30 to 11 a.m. Having problems or you need guidance with matters of the heart? Then let the Love and Relationship Show smooth your relationship.
A man said something sometime. He said people don't really care much about how much you know, except they can confirm how much you care about them.
Mondays at 1. Looking for the freshest radio bangers, sexy smashes, and the coolest conversations. Hashtag with passion pushes.
Too much, man. Like, I remember when I studied in high school, like, I was always contemplating what it's getting. Like, when is my time coming? Especially when you see, like, adults.
Are you listening to me?
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
It's the official Major World Online Stew Invasion.
Bars
on bar.
What about me right now? It's about our guest, Bafetti skip on. I'm out to Matalele, Bafetti. I'm a playing in studio, Bafetti, skip on. Oh, freestyle. Shenge freestyle. Fana kuma no baba Andy.
Hey yo Andy. Hashtag.
Ahlanganisela mawuthi beat dog ngiyacela.
Young niggas ambition waking up is working for money, changing their past, feeding their fams, malang lali. We keep it running like SPV, exchanging money.
Man, nice. Hey, nice. Call them unexpected experts. White sweatshirt.
Hey.
Looking down on these niggas, my damn neck hurts. You can go ahead, homie, give me your best work. I bet you take your phone out and mumble up your first words.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
It is absolutely brandlive.co.za. It's the dramatic talk. Myself, Bongani Drama. Lots and lots of other shows that you have right in the station. Go to www.brandlive.co.za. Find out which show you like. We've got hip hop. We've got quite amazing other shows that you have. However, it's 14:36 Central African Time, and it's quite interesting. The multi-talented group of 4 artists with different backgrounds of music and style. They came together and formed one unique sound. And G-Fire being the artist that brings quite a flavor to the sound of the multi-talented Alzo. Folks, welcome to the Dramatic Talk.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here. Just quickly introduce yourselves. I'll start with the lady and everyone else can come through.
My name is Chabi and I'm a vocalist. I'm also a writer.
Stunning.
I go by the name of Mr. Buddy Proti. I'm a producer.
Stunning.
Chef star, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
I go by the name of G-Fire. I'm a dancer. I'm a musician.
Hey,
I'm a
now.
composer.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I go by the name of Mandela, Mr. Vava Voom, a
Fantastic.
guitarist and a vocalist. Afro pop singer, Afro soul, Afro funk.
Thank you so much. If they can all come to the mic as you do, I'll be so happy. All of them. Just straight to the mic.
Okay.
And you have a unique name, Tata Mandela.
Mandela
Fantastic. All right. Now, you folks are individually talented. How did it all come about? Chabi?
We friends.
Yeah.
We artists doing our own different things,
Uh-huh.
our own different way.
Yeah.
We our own different styles.
Yes.
So we came together. We were just chilling
Yeah.
at Prote's crib.
Yeah.
At Prote's crib, and then we came together and then we created the song called The Bar on the Corner. So as you've said, G-Fire is a Kwaito artist. Prote does trap and also other stuff. Mandela is an Afro pop singer. And
No, they'll introduce themselves. They must. They'll say, oh, but he's a guitarist?
Yeah, he's a guitarist. So now we took all these different styles
Yeah.
that we have, and then we fused them into one, and we formed this one
Amazing.
unique sound.
Stunning.
And then we called it the multi-talented.
That's amazing. Because you are multi-talented,
Yes.
you right? Each and every one of you, one group that is multi-talented. But I want to find out, did all of you have 9-to-5 jobs, or was it just you, Chavi, that decided, you know what, I'm going to leave my 9-to-5. I'm going to be doing what I love mostly.
No, we're not 9 to 5.
But
type of
before,
people. Before,
yeah,
yes.
did every one of you have?
Before, nami ngingaspana mina ama company na buy.
Uh-huh.
So because they calling le strong le music, so I decided to leave my job and focus kule things leyo nemhlabeni.
Oh, stunning.
The nice thing about it is that thing meet wonke umuntu on the same passion and same
Yeah.
kunjana nabo they sacrifice a lot of things for us to be able to push this group. So yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
It's interesting, on the Convo Corner, one of the segments on the show, we're talking about, how not to deal with the stress of unemployment, right? But how are you guys dealing with it? Because a lot of people think that, when you're an artist, you're not making any revenue. You don't have most of, you don't have mostly, a money-making thing that you get every month.
Depends. Yabo kahle kahle emhlabeni you reap what you sow. So kahle kahle even those banalezi inkathi la singabi no cash khona.
Uh-huh.
So it's still money to push our music. Like asivumeli ukuthi kube
Stunning.
into esibambayo nani nani yabo.
Stunning.
Yeah, we do have financial issues. Like for now, bro. Like for instance, mangakutshela namanje, we're struggling to lokunjana to get ama CDs because
Yeah.
also. But now, siyakwazi ukusacrifice umunye athi ukhiphe nge-1,000 rand, umunye nge-2,000 yabo sihlanganise. Yeah.
Look, it's the industry, it's the life, it's the passion.
But the nice thing about it is that we also get bookings.
Fantastic. And at some point, you'll perform at bigger stages, you know?
Yeah, we
so,
do. Like now last week we said Sofeng, and unfortunately, environment it was not lit because now abantu performing abantu abahoti, but we did great.
All right.
We do get our bookings now.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
G-Fire, you are like a Kwaito lover. You take, you are a Kwaito lover. You love Kwaito. Kwaito is like your thing, right?
Yes.
And then what is your take on this new age Kwaito? This new age Kwaito that everyone is part of. Kwesta is part of it. Hip-hop artists are part of it. And it's quite a confusion for a lot of people, Abafana now, who perhaps, have been, with, who have followed people like Jakarumba and all those people. But there's this new age Kwaito. What do you think about that?
No, new age Kwaito, I don't have a problem with it.
Uh-huh.
Just that you must sebenzisana ikubalekile.
Okay.
The music at the time melu khule, benye into vele melu change onke ushintsho liyafuneka.
Completely.
So khona ama phones, khona ama cell phone, music is upgrade.
Yeah.
So into kumele yenzakala ukuthi sisebenzisane nje sonke.
Fantastic. All right, that is fantastic. I'm gonna try and ask if we can keep the medium as English as possible, if you can, for the listeners that are listening from in overseas that would like to support as much as possibly as they can as well, right? And now, Mandela, take us through your journey of being a musician, right? Playing the guitar and being recognized to a point of being able to perform with the Muffins and Slick Angel. Look at you.
I'm Mandela, the guitarist. Right?
Yes.
Originally from Bloemfontein. I think I started this thing around 2001.
Yeah,
2001.
Stunning.
Basking in universities all around the Free State.
Nice.
Just going to a university, sitting down with my guitar, playing. Then students would come there.
Amazing.
I will love this guy, taking numbers, giving me certain small gigs, those poetry
Yes.
sessions. I would go there and perform.
Oh, wow.
And then it went to me going to, what is this? It's something like, it's baseline wise, but it's in Bloemfontein.
Okay.
Then I performed in a proper show, Lisedi FM.
There's always a baseline somewhere.
Yeah, there's always a baseline somewhere.
Baseline.
So from there it elevated to me meeting Slick Angel in Free State University.
Wow.
UOPS, ne? Yeah, I think it's UOPS. Yeah, meeting Slick Angel there. From there, it elevated again to me coming to Joburg, having my one-and-man show with the Muffins.
Wow.
Umtanaga Ringo. So the list is endless. I cannot talk.
You are the famous one right here on this group, right? You are the one that
I think the famous one is on my right-hand side, over that side. Not me.
Promise, which artists, local and international, would you like to produce for?
Internationally, I love to produce for my friend, Tory Lanez.
Oh, is Tory Lanez your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
you are quite famous in this group.
No, I'm still fighting. But I've worked with a lot of upcoming artists abanye out there.
Yeah,
like from Ambitious, Kalao Jasmine, abanye independent now, Wrecking Crew, you can name them. Mapaputi, Briggs.
Amazing. And what does it take for one to produce amazing music that will, be a hit? That can grab a summer, grab a safta?
It depends, man. It depends, because we can all sing, but some of us is busy for this thing.
Completely.
We can all produce.
Completely.
But now it depends ukuthi usipana nabantu abanjani. Yabo for nami side nami I'm good, but kube mengahlangana ne multi-talented. Ngikhona today. Yabo, so yeah, shout out man to my team.
Fantastic. Blessed, right? Now, Chubby, you have worked with amazing artists as well, especially when it comes to Kwaito. How did Dlala Mapantsula come about?
Oh, Dlala Mapantsula. It was a love of music.
Yeah.
I came up with the concept because now I saw that Kwaito was dying in South Africa.
Yes.
And then Kwaito is our heritage.
Yeah.
And then I realized that if I can use the energy that I have, that I put in other things, I can be able to also contribute.
Completely.
In revoking the Kwaito music. And then I came with the movement called Dlala Mapantsula.
Wow.
And I worked with Alaska Chakarumba
Yeah.
and Mapaputi as
Yeah.
the face of Dala Mapantul, and we were just touring around Gauteng,
Okay.
promoting the movement.
All right.
So I've worked with them, artist management and so forth.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow,
So being
folks.
in the multi-talented, because I have that experience,
Yeah.
it's kind of worked to our advantage
Yeah.
because I've made contacts and I've met a lot of people through the movement.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. And what are you guys then bringing that is fresh and new in the industry? We've had so many groups in the industry that when they get famous, they get amazing revenue, they make amazing albums, and then they go separate ways afterwards. But what are you guys bringing that is fresh, that is, new and happening?
We're bringing a flavor.
Okay.
We're bringing a different sound.
Uh-huh.
Like we're fusing.
Different sounds,
different
Yeah,
sounds.
I think that is the most freshest thing
Yes,
ever. Hey.
we're fusing the sound. We're also fusing our, what can I call it, style of music into one.
Oh, nice.
So hence now it becomes this unique sound.
And the nice thing about us, ngifuna ukuphendula le part yokuthi ama-artists amaningi, ama-groups amaningi,
They come together.
Yes, then I separate. Tina, we see family. Yeah, we see family. It's like fire uputwam.
Nice.
Another mother,
Stunning.
starters, Chabi,
Nice.
So yeah, man, I don't think so really separate. And shout out to our PR.
Doing amazing. Amazing for you guys, right?
Yeah, well, so
Okay.
it won't be possible for
Yeah.
us to unless it's been a more move. It's so but there's no weapon from the case I shall prosper.
Completely. All right,
Yeah,
we're running out
that's
of
it.
time, but we're going to play a game very quickly. All right, it's a very quick game, and I'll just ask you guys questions individually. All right, let's go straight to it. It's time for the 5 questions quiz.
5 questions quiz.
It is absolutely time for the 5 questions quiz. Now, it's this is how the game works, right? It's 15 seconds. It's 5 questions, A or B. Okay. All right. In 15 seconds, we're going to try this out. All right. Okay, Antipe, let's have the clock in. The clock goes in now. Kwaito or hip hop? Both. Quickly, Kwaito or hip hop? Hip hop. 9 to 5 or making music?
Making music.
Radio or television interviews?
Television.
With a condom or without a condom?
With the condom.
Thank you so much, you guys. Alrighty, you did so well. A big shout out to each and every one of you. That was off guard, isn't it? Yeah, we need to know if you are protecting yourself. Right? Multi-talented. You guys are amazing and talented. Thank you so much. Where can you find you on social media?
We are found on Facebook. It's at the Multi-Talented 4.
Yeah.
And then also on for bookings, our email address is the multi-talented
Yeah.
4 at gmail.com.
The multi-talented 4 at gmail.com.
gmail.com, yes.
Stunning. All right.
What else again?
And what else? Okay, that's it. It's okay. We'll find out, and I'm sure the listeners will find it as all right. Thank you so much. It's 14:47 Central African Time, and thank you so much for each and every single thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us there.
God bless. Alrighty, folks. Here's the multi-talented bar around the corner. Enjoy.
Corner. I love to blow my Nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these speakers from me corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to blow my Nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these speakers from me corner.
I'ma pull up in the scene with my bad one. Pull up in the scene with my bad one. You can pull up in the scene if you a bad one. Oh, call up Zugu, Zugu, Zugu in the bad one.
Get to your down your corner. Here's a matata. But my bag is shy, yeah. Now I'm wrecking up over corner. I'm a stay queen. They've been sipping.
Tell you I'm the Santa's son. Tell you I'm the Nam. We are born a kumnandi. Oh, ngihlezi nabangani bami
around the corner. I love to blow my nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these things from the corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to blow my nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these things from the corner. I'm a tafula, I'm a zaga, sizo, I'm a sexeni. Sima zaga.
Yeah, good times with the squad all night. A good time to the squad sipping light. Oh, girl, say, Asima jaga. Pes tu pumba big good to kuza. Kele bang tu ula mashuta kuza. Pes tu pumba big good to kuza. Kele bang tu ula mashuta. Aslali. Omina nesicha sami Groove up suku boke Angite kuse
And there's a bar around the corner. I love to blow my nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these things from the corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to blow my nabangani corner. And there's a bar around the corner. I love to tell these things from the corner.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is Bongari.
Catch all your daily CSI news and updates on the Social Show.
What is the impact of this industry on our own economic, social, environmental and cultural fabric? And I think it's important that we start looking and diving deeper into the solutions and the opportunities that may help shape the future.
Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Get your financials in order with Yvonne E. Fentilo.
Brand Life listeners, yes, it's Monday and you're listening to the Financial Independence Coach.
Mondays 10:30 to 11 a.m. Having problems or you need guidance with matters of the heart? Then let the Love and Relationship Show smooth your relationship.
A man said something sometime. He said people don't really care much about how much you know, except they can confirm how much you care about them.
Mondays at 1. Looking for the freshest radio bangers, sexy smashes, and the coolest conversations. Hashtag with passion pushes.
Too much, man. Like, I remember when I was still in high school, like, I was always contemplating white skin. Like, when is my time coming? Especially when you see, like, adults.
Are you listening to me?
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
It's the headlines.
It's 14:53 and it's time for your Lost News Bulletin. I got more than 1 million from Bosasa from my legal fees. Leave her alone. Passengers defend woman removed from Kulula. Egyptian TV host jailed and fined for interviewing a gay man. A report. Good afternoon. Former SABC COO and current president of the African Content Movement, Hlaudi Motsoeneng, has confirmed a statement by ex-Bosasa executive Angelo Agrizi that the controversial company paid for his legal fees. Reports emerged last year that Motsoeneng sourced money from Bosasa to pay for his legal fees following his axing from the public broadcaster. Speaking to Eusebius Mackay's on Radio 702, Motsoeneng confirmed that he received 1.1 million. I received more than 1 million. It is not a secret. It is not new. When asked what Bosasa received in return for the payment, Motsoeneng said there were no benefits in exchange. TV host Mohammed Al Ghieta was fined 3,000 Egyptian pounds and jailed for 12 months after interviewing a gay man who spoke about his life as a sex worker. According to BBC, Samir Sabir, a lawyer who is well known for taking Egyptian celebrities to court, filed a lawsuit against Al Ghieti for the interview conducted in August 2018. Egypt's Supreme Council for Media Regulations removed the channel off air for 2 weeks. CNN reported that Al Ghieti received a 12-month sentence for promoting homosexuality and will also be under surveillance for a year after completing his prison sentence. New footage has emerged which shines more light on the events that led up to the removal of a passenger from a Kulula flight. Earlier this week, video footage emerged of a scuffle between a passenger and police officer aboard the plane. In a statement, Kulula said police had been summoned after the customer concerned became physically and verbally abusive towards the cabin controller and captain. But eyewitnesses on the flight disputed the airline's claims. Fellow passenger Sanelo Gumeda said the flight bound for Johannesburg was scheduled to depart at 21:55 on Friday, but the aircraft only left after 3 on Saturday. Your temperatures in Johannesburg are 32 degrees Celsius, in Lagos is 33 degrees Celsius, and in Washington DC is 1 degree Celsius. Those were your last news bulletin. Watch the dramatic live.co.za. On the other side of this, Bongani drama.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is Bongani drama.
It's 14:55 Central African Time. Watch the dramatic live.co.za. Hey, look, so little time, so much to do. We've had so much time. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Thank you so much for streaming in. If you just streamed in, where have you been? It has been quite an amazing show, and we thank you so much for streaming in by all means. On the Convo Corner, we were looking at how to not let unemployment stress you, and we'll give you some, some insight on how not to let it, get into you and hinder your life by all means. On Drama Team, we look at Charlize Theron and Brad Pitt, an item, and we looked at Criselda Dudumashe has come out about being abused by her husband, and we look at Lerato Khanyago speaking about her dark time in her life. I brought you some sports and had an amazing chat with the multi-talented Eliwe Kumalo, Mandela Konana, Mandla Maslela, and Promise Langa Yende, also who came through and gave us an amazing one bar around the corner. And we had an amazing 5 questions quiz, which they nailed. It was just under 15 seconds. Also, it's the beginning of the year, folks. It's the gateway, and obviously, you might be going through a lot, and just stick around. It's only the beginning of the year. People are also trying to find their feet by all means, as much as possibly as they can. And perhaps I don't know if you are going through so much, but I don't know if you'll be fine. You'll be okay by all means. I think technical producer also wants to say something I don't understand.
Just want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bongani Drama.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, happy birthday to me. Thank you so much. And enjoy the rest of the week. I've got nothing much happening, this week, but I'm hoping that you are going to be having quite an amazing one. It's 14:57 Central African Time, and here's a brand new one that we're going to play right in the show. Listen to it. It's amazing. He's only 16 years old. His name is DJ Sparks, and this one is titled Familiar. It's a house tricks, amazing one. The name is Bongani Drama. It's my birthday today. Have an amazing one. Keep it, know it, and never forget it. God be the glory. An amazing one further. Bye bye.
harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za